All right, everyone. It is now day 58, and I am well on my way through another module on the Web Development Bootcamp from Udemy, taught by Angela Yu. Great course still so far, and I believe I'm approximately now a little bit more than a third of the way through. I'm on lesson 174 of 480, so racing closer toward that halfway mark. Took a lot of notes on the document object model. There you go. You can see a lot of scritches and scratches there. Biggest thing here was just going between studying what it's like to operate with a document object model and basically getting everything into a kind of a tree diagram there, as opposed to using this more, I guess you could say, a layout look there. So that's really helpful, and understanding, I guess, a different function that goes into being able to use JavaScript to mess around with the elements on your website. So the way that was all put into practice this week was with a game that we made called the Dice Game. This was the ultimate result. Basically, by refreshing the page, you get a different dice roll, player 1 versus player 2. It was really interesting. I tried to write everything out with CodePen. Adam was, of course, where we were supposed to be messing around with everything here. And I didn't need to change anything in the CSS file or in the HTML for the most part. Angela invited us to, if we wanted to kind of get more practice. And I guess in an environment where I'm constantly waiting on seeing when this baby's going to wake up, I don't have as much time maybe as I'd like to do that. So I didn't get the practice, but I got it done. I got 2 modules done in 5 days, actually. So anyways, this is just a look at my code, and CodePen was not really helpful because I wasn't able to get the images to display. But I used a lot of the MDN web docs and the W3 schools to basically go through these different lessons here to create the dice game. Summary for the document object model was just please pay attention to syntax. I actually, when I was going through the document object model lessons, I did actually have more errors in that lesson than I've had in most, and this was only a 56 10-minute or 10 lesson course. But I think the problem that I had when I was messing around with the JavaScript file here was a lot of the syntax, whether using query selector all or get element by ID, all of that. I think I just need to make sure that I'm putting quotations in the right spots, and periods in the right spots, commas in the right spots, semicolons in the right spots. Syntax, super important to making sure that the code works. But that was it. Document object model is pretty neat. Next lesson is going to be on advanced JavaScript and document object model manipulation. So I'm going to make sure that I spend a lot more time going through this slowly so that I can get all of the course material memorized and ready to recall whenever I'm going to need it when I start building an actual website. So it was really good. 5 days there, day 58, and I'm on section 13 with a grand total of about 34 sections, really 33, we'll say. That's the last section is react.js. So on 13, 34, a little bit more than a third of the way through. So 58 days down, yeah, somewhere around about 150 to 175 days of course material basically coming up. So hopefully I'll be able to get it done sooner rather than later. Thanks for watching.